Welcome back, everybody. We are here with our part 2 to the beginner's guide to World of Warcraft. We finished Exile's Reach in part 1, so we are going to be covering the introductory to Stormwind and then begin our journey in Battle for Azeroth, which is one of the later expansions in the game. But this is the expansion that they have everybody start off in. So, without further ado, let's jump right into it. Let's see here. Let's get our game audio on. All right. So the first quest is Welcome to Stormwind with Captain Garrick. So they're going to take us around and show us a bit of Stormwind. Now that we are back in Stormwind, I need to deliver my mission report to King Wrynn. In the meantime, I've asked Lindy to accompany you around the city. There's a lot to see and do in Stormwind, so feel free to explore at your leisure. I'll send for you once I've delivered my report to the king. So we need to meet with Lindy Springstock at the city gate. Now, we should, since we are level 10, we should be able to mount up now. So if you press Shift and P at the same time, it'll open up. You have 5 different things. You have mounts, pets, which pets are just little companions that you can have out with you, and they just follow you around. They don't do anything other than just look cute and whatever. You have your toy box, which as you go, you'll find new toys and get different things you can do. Just cool stuff. There's all sorts of different things in there. Again, they don't help you in combat at all. Heirlooms, as you play the game, you'll end up getting heirlooms at some point, maybe. And those are good just to equip and have extra gear and good gear that will scale with you. And then you have appearances for transmogrification. So you can make whatever your equipment you have, any appearance you've collected, you can make your character look however you want it to. You can pick any of these and transmog it once you have the right mount. So for now, the tab that we want to look through on there, this is collections. You can also get to it right down here with collections, is mounts. So we have mounts. You only start off with a few mounts. I have a lot of mounts because I've been playing the game for about 15 or 14 years now. So you have lots of mounts eventually, but you start off with, I think, like just a couple mounts maybe. So anyway, you can pick whatever mount you want. You can choose to summon a random mount. You can favorite them if you right click and set favorite. They'll become you'll get a star next to it. And then this will just pick from the favorites. Otherwise, this will pick from whatever you have available. So for right now, we're just going to put this down here. I'm going to put it over here. You can put it wherever you want on your bar. I just like to put it there so that I can easily, actually, where's that ability at? Is that this? Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's the right one. All right, so we need to jump into here. With your mounts, you do have the option to put mount equipment on that you can eventually you can craft it, you can buy it on the auction house. There's all sorts of stuff you can do with it. You click this little button here to show your character and be able to see what they look like on the mount. But with the mount equipment, there's various things you can get with that. There's one that allows you to walk on water, one that increases your movement speed. Couple different things. One that makes sure you can't get knocked off of your mount, stuff like that. We're not going to equip anything just yet. We're going to just move on forward and go to our next quest. Let me real quick make sure. Okay, yeah, we are set.
It's good to be back in Stormwind.
Hey, Bucktess, it's good to see you. Captain Garrick asked me to show you around the city. I'm so excited. Stormwind has a lot to offer adventurers like us, but it's far too big to explore on foot. The captain has arranged for you to receive a mount to help you get around. She said to speak with Curly at the stables in Old Town, but I can't seem to remember the way there. Have no worries, Bucktess. All we need to do is ask a guard for directions. If you ever need help finding something, the city guards will show you where to go. Let's ask a nearby guard for directions to the stable master in Old Town. We're going to speak with Curly at the stables in Old Town. He should probably give you your first mount. So if you don't have a mount, you're going to get one here shortly. When you come over here and click on the motorcycle, actually no, we need to ask the guard, that's right.
Need help?
So if you click on the guard, they have, all the guards sometimes will have this little map icon. You click on it, you can click on any of these things and they will put a little marker where it's at. So if we click Stable Master,
Light.
Did you get directions?
it's going to put a little map marker right there. And if you open up your map by pressing M, it'll show that marker right here. So now you know where you need to go to get to the stables. Now we're just, for this quest, we're just going to talk to him, Lindy, and then click Let's Head to Old Town Stables.
Old Town, here we come.
And he will take us on his motorcycle and take us there on his own. Turn something off real quick.
Welcome to Stormwind. I have to say, I miss the hustle and bustle of the city.
Stormwind is one of my favorite cities in the game. It's been the original, since Classic, the capital city of the Alliance. And to this day remains that case. For Horde players, Orgrimmar will be where you'll go. For this purposes of this walkthrough, we are on the Alliance side, so we are in Stormwind. But I imagine the Horde side is fairly similar. A few differences in the quests and stuff that you'll get, but not too much.
We're headed to Old Town, which is, well, an older part of town. Stormwind has a lot of history to it.
In Old Town now, so there's several different districts. The Trade District, Old Town, Dwarven District, Cathedral Square, and the Mage Quarter. There's portals in the Mage Tower and the Mage Quarter that'll take you to different zones and expansions. Here in Old Town, there's just vendors and a few. I think the PvP stuff is here. Which PvP stands for player versus player. I don't do a whole lot of that, but you know, it's a lot of people enjoy that aspect of the game. All right, so we are here. Here's Curly.
Hey there.
So you're the newcomer that I've been hearing so much about. It's a pleasure to meet you, Bucktest. Captain Garrick sent word ahead to prepare a mount. I think I have the perfect one for you. So we will complete that quest, and we have received the Black Stallion Bridle. I already know it, but ordinarily what you would do is it's in your bags, and you just would right-click on it, and you would learn. It would do a little cast bar, and you'd learn the mount. I already know the mount, so it's not going to do it for me. Let me bring out my yak so that I can keep my bags clear while we're doing this. This is a yak that I have that just allows you to sell gear while you are out in the open. I enjoy it because it just helps. A lot of people, this is one of the first mounts will try and go and get once they have enough gold for it, because it gives you a vendor, and it also allows you, like you're talking with appearances, this is how you will transmog and change the appearance of what your character looks like if you want to, as far as the gear. You click on this side, and you can change whatever appearance you want. So for example, if I want my character to look like this, I can just click this and hit apply if I have enough gold. I do not have enough gold, so we're just going to stick with the default appearance right now. Alright, so let's talk to Lindy Springstock. Hey, Bucktest, have you decided on your combat specialization yet? Since you're a paladin, you already know about the different classes available to adventurers. If you're another class, it'll have other, possibly another person that you go to for this, or have different dialogue. But for our purposes, we're a paladin, so we're going to follow that storyline. Did you know that there are also areas of specialization within each class? This is true for all classes. Choosing a specialization is an important decision. Your specialty determines your combat role in a party, as well as the kinds of weapons and abilities that you will use. Let's go speak with Ezwan to learn more about specializations. All right, so we're gonna go up here. And for Paladin, we are playing Retribution Paladin. I don't know if you remember from the first part. We pick our specialization. We are Retribution, so we are damage. Again, you have Tank, Healer, and DPS. Those are the 3 roles that you have. A Paladin could be either any one of those 3. Our trainer is right here.
Good fortune.
Ezilon, what's your specialty? We would ask him to tell me about my specialization options.
An excellent choice, indeed.
There are 3 specializations available to Paladins: Holy, Protection, and Retribution. Holy Paladins invoke the power of the light to heal and protect allies and vanquish evil from the darkest corners of the world. Protection Paladins use Holy Magic to shield themselves and defend their allies from attackers. Retribution Paladins are righteous crusaders who judge and punish opponents with weapons and Holy Magic.
Blessings upon your
So we just click
family.
goodbye and then click back and we can complete the
Daiwi
quest.
Saka.
Excellent choice of specialization, Bucktest. Feel free to test out your new abilities on the training dummies outside.
Good health, long life.
Home is where the hearth
Good to
is.
be back in Stormwind.
I don't know about you, but all this running around has got me thirsty. Why don't we head over to the Pig and Whistle Tavern and rest our legs over some cool pints of moonberry juice? While we're in there, we'll speak with Megan, the innkeeper, to make the Pig and Whistle Tavern your new home. That way, if you ever find yourself stranded without a flight master nearby, you can use your Hearthstone to return to the inn. Not only is it faster than a griffin, but you'll have a few copper in the process. You'll save a few copper in the process. All right, so we'll accept this.
To the Pig and Whistle.
We'll go to the Pig and Whistle Tavern. Now, there are lots of inns and places where you can set your Hearthstone, which is what we're about to do. There's lots of inns all over the place. There's including 3 or maybe 4 different places in Stormwind, just in this city, that you can set it. So this is one of them.
But as you can see, it's been rebuilt, good as new.
So we're going to go over here and talk to Megan Tillman. We're going to tell her to make this inn your home and hit accept. And this, when we turn this in, as long as the Pig and Whistle Tavern is your home, it will keep the fire going for you while you're away. So now if we open up our bags, we have a Hearthstone. I personally like to put this somewhere on my bars, just that way I've got it available. So what this does is when you click it, it'll summon, and it's about a 10-12 second cast time. But when it finishes, it'll take us right here. We don't need to use it right this second, so we just want to put it on our bars and have it for later in case we need it.
Henry Garrick, reporting for duty.
An urgent meeting. I've been looking for you all over Stormwind, Bucktest. The captain has delivered her report to the king. It appears that Stormwind requires your service yet again. The leaders of the Alliance have gathered together for a meeting at Stormwind Keep, and your presence has been requested by King Wrin himself. I was instructed to find you and deliver the message without delay. It has been an honor serving with you, Bucktest. May the light bless you on your journey. So we need to go... We can speak to Lindy Springstock. Let's go ahead and do that. It's an optional thing. Tell him that I must go. King Wrin is waiting for me at Stormwind Keep. It's an optional thing, so when it says optional, you do not have to do that. We can just go straight to Stormwind Keep, which is what we're going to do now. The Stormwind Keep is right up here. As you open the map, it'll show you your little marker. That'll tell you where to go. You can see where you're pointing, so we know we need to go this way. So we're going to take a right up here, and we're going to go right up these stairs into the castle. Bit of a run, but no, who cares? Have fun, enjoy the scenery. Enjoy your new mount that you have, whatever mount it is that you got. This marker here will tell you how far away you are from your objective. We are level 11, so we do not have any more talent points yet. What do we pick first? Yeah, we got Judgment. Okay.
This must be the new recruit. Welcome.
Let me adjust my dialogue settings just real quick. Make sure that I can hear them.
We've been through a lot together.
Excellent, you're here. King Wrin and I have been waiting for your arrival.
Best of luck to you.
Alright, so this is where we start the Battle for Azeroth campaign. So this is Battle for Azeroth Tides of War. Battle for Azeroth is one of my favorite expansions personally. Uh, really fun quest lines, really great storyline. So I love this starting expansion that they start everyone with. Alright, King Rin has called us together for an urgent war council. It seems that there was some trouble with the Horde while we were away. The king was impressed with the valor and bravery you demonstrated during our mission to Exile's Reach. Now that you've arrived, the meeting will begin without delay. So we're gonna get a necklace for this.
The war against the Horde weighs heavily
So let's
on my
listen in.
mind. What news do you bring, Spymaster?
I have received word that the Horde has joined forces with the Zandalari Empire. Their naval might has now vastly increased.
Then we must make new allies of our own. Jaina, what of Kultiras? Their fleet is second to none on the open seas. Can you convince them to rejoin the Alliance and add their strength to ours?
I must at least try. Without their support, our ships will be no match for the combined Horde and Zandalari navies. I will return with the Kultiran fleet, or not at all.
Be careful, Jaina. Light be with you.
Anduin, need I remind you that Jaina is the reason Kultiras left the Alliance? They will never welcome her back.
That is why she will not be going alone.
Alright.
Be vigilant.
So Kultiran is where Jaina is from. Right, the Horde have forced her hand yet again. This cannot stand.
A king is only as noble as the causes he serves.
Go ahead and equip that, Nick.
A king is only as noble as the
The
causes he
nation
serves.
of Kultiras. Kultiras is the greatest naval power on Azeroth, and a former member of the Alliance. But we've had little contact with them since Jaina's father, Lord Admiral Dalen Proudmoore, was killed at Theramore. Many have said that Jaina believed so deeply in the promise of peace between the Alliance and Horde that she betrayed her own father on that day. Perhaps she feels it is time to put the past to rest. Loath as I am to put Jaina at risk, Kultiras must rejoin the Alliance. Light be with you. So we need to go
Captain
speak
Garrick
to
speaks highly of you, recruit.
Jaina.
I am certain that Jaina can depend on you. And
He's-
so can the Alliance.
We need to speak with Captain Garrick.
Good to see you, recruit.
King has called us together. This is where we part ways, Captain. Thank you for everything.
Best of I know you have a bright future ahead of you. Stay safe out there, and always remember your training.
Alright, so we are going to head out here. Now, you can run out there. It's optional to take this Griffin, but it might be a little bit faster at this point without flying to take the Griffin to the docks. So right up here to the right, we are going to go over to this Griffin, and we will talk to Loretta Banks, and she will take us to the docks.
Good day to you.
So I click on her, and I need to meet with Jaina Proudmoore at the docks. So she will just fly it out there is all this is for. You get a nice view of this Dwarven district. There's a lot of blacksmithing and engineering. There's a bank right there. There's a portal to Deep Run Tram that takes you to Ironforge, which is the dwarf capital city. Got a big old beautiful pond there. And here we have the ocean. To get to the harbor. And Jaina should be right over here waiting for us to come talk to her. And then I believe we have a cinematic.
We cannot let the world fall to darkness.
I'm ready to set sail.
I know what must be done.
This is a typical loading screen when you're going from one continent to another. Jaina is one of my favorite characters in the game. Wonder who those people are.
come back?
I'll weather every
A light
storm
jump scare in
if I
just a
know
minute for
you
those who are
waiting for me.
jumpy.
Time to go, Jaina.
I love you, Papa.
Come topside, sweetheart.
Your loving mother
Coming up right here.
will never forgive you, murderer.
Lady Jaina, we've arrived.
Thank you, Captain.
All right, so we are here in Kultiris now. So we've gone through the Stormwind introductory.
Time for dreaming is over.
We are here in the nation of Kultiris, home again after all this time.
A single spark can set the world
They're not letting us
aflame.
any closer to the keep. We'll have to walk from here. Returning to Boralus has stirred feelings I thought I'd left behind. Memories smoothed away by the years like stones in the tide. It all feels raw again. I do not know how this will end, only that we must try.
Control your power.
So we will go with
or inch. I
Jaina,
hope this works.
seek an audience with her mother.
Halt! State your intentions.
I am Jaina Proudmoore. I have come for an audience with Lord Admiral Catherine Proudmoore, my mother.
We're taking you to Catherine, all right. You'll answer to her for your crimes against Kultiris.
As you wish.
Clear the way! Dangerous prisoners coming through!
I see the city guard is as disciplined as ever. My father was so proud of them. And now they see me as a criminal.
Mummy, who's that lady?
Come on, we're going home. Now.
I suppose I have earned this.
Get those civilians back! Form a perimeter!
It's the daughter of the sea.
Lady Jaina, is that really her?
She's come back to finish us.
Murderer! Traitor!
I will suffer what I must. For the Alliance.
So they blame her for her father's death, and her father was like the leader of the Kultirans.
So, my wayward daughter returns to the kingdom she betrayed. Why?
I have come to ask Kultiris for aid. On behalf of the Alliance.
The Alliance? Ha! Where were they when we begged for their help? When our husbands and sons and brothers were slaughtered at Theramore?
Do not blame the Alliance for my actions.
So you admit it? You admit that you were responsible for the deaths of our men?
I was. But I will do anything in my power to ease the suffering of Kultiris.
Catherine, enforce our laws. The punishment for treason is death.
Do you accept the judgment of your homeland?
I accept your judgment, Mother.
You are no daughter of mine.
Oof, that's cold. It's
Do
harsh.
what you will. She is nothing to me.
Okay, so we have all been taken under arrest.
Beware, beware, the daughter of the sea.
Hey, look who's finally awake.
Flynn Fairwind, one of the greatest characters they've ever made in WoW. You're gonna get to spend quite a bit of time adventuring with him during this series. Right, so the first quest, Daughter of the Sea. We've begun our battle for Azeroth campaign on the Alliance side. So let's get started. Hope you had a nice nap. You're gonna need your strength. First step we gotta do is break out of jail. Out like Flynn, I'm relieved you woke up. Having to carry you would have made this job far less appealing. The name's Flynn, and my client in Boralus is paying me a king's bounty to break you out of here. You, my friend, are incarcerated in Tol Dagor. Used to be a legit prison, till the Ashvane Trading Company bought it. Now it's Priscilla's own personal fortress, riddled with scum on both sides of the bars. Wasn't that hard to bribe my way into this cell? Now we just have to get out. Not to worry, I have a plan. So we need to get out and escape.
Right, here's the plan. Hit me.
He wants us to punch him.
Come on, hit
Simple plan, always works, right?
What's your story?
Oh, you brute! God! God! Help! Oh!
Hey, what's going on in there?
And now we fight him.
Quick, hit that lever.
Riot, boys! Give 'em hell!
What's the first step to breaking out of prison? You start a prison riot. Well, of course.
Grab your gear and let's pay the block warden a visit.
Alright, so we need to grab our gear, which is in this treasure chest right over here. And I'll just put everything right back on you, just like we had it, so you don't lose anything. Then we need to go over here. We need to take out Block Warden Carmine. Sometimes you have to wait for him to respawn, because there might be other people doing this as well. Not a big deal. And he is out. Make sure to loot him to get his key.
That was some serious. Just what kind of powder is this?
You go over here and grab this stuff. Grab the glittering gunpowder.
One more thing. Well, two. That's better. I felt naked without these.
Right, he got his weapons. We need to go this way. You might have to fight a couple people, or you may not. Just depends on what's going on. Looks like we're going to be free to just go over here and click on the gate.
Now for a little spark.
Move back.
You may want to take a step back. Woo! That stuff packs a punch. Let's get down to the lower levels and find a way out.
We're going to go down here. We need to come into here. You can ignore these alligators on the side for the most part, or you can kill them if you want the extra experience. It's up to you. Many things are up to you in this game. Now we have sewer rats. There's always sewer rats, aren't there?
Something touched my leg.
Alright, we're gonna keep going through here.
No, it was just my other leg. We're good.
And out through here.
You! Stop right there! What? No!
The Sand Queen. We need to run out this way.
Yeah, I'm officially done with this place. Come on, our ride should be waiting for us just up the beach.
You got this. We're gonna stun him. Blade of Justice, and he's gone. Alright. Probably have to fight this guy. He's a little bit closer. We'll just get a quick Templar's Verdict off on him, and he's already gone. So up here, you'll see little stuff pop up there. Those are just debuffs that are on you. Sometimes you need to pay attention to them, especially if you're in like dungeons or a raid, you want to pay attention to it. When you're questing, it's not that big of a deal usually. Alright, so we're going to click on the boat.
It sounds like you started a riot.
No idea what you're talking about. But I think we finally have some real dirt on Ashvane. A new gunpowder. Like nothing I've ever seen. Oh, and I rescued the target, of course. Crime buddy, Talia, crime buddy.
Wait, I recognize you. You arrived with Jaina Proudmore. You're the Alliance emissary.
Alliance emissary? Cyrus didn't mention that. I would have charged him double.
You're lucky he's paying you at all. Now row.
Alright, so we've broken out of jail. Yay!
Aside from Proudmore,
Now we're on the run.
it's the most heavily guarded part of the city, and the only place most visitors ever get to see. Looks like another Alliance ship has already docked. Hopefully they got a warmer welcome than Jaina did.
So this is Boralus Harbor, one of my favorite places in the entire game. Love this area. I don't know, I just like the theme of it. It's wonderful. So we'll talk with Talia.
Thanks for the lift, Tay. I'll report to the old man.
Cyrus has raised me since I was a child. He taught me how to fight, how to ride, how to sail. By the time I entered the guard, I was already better trained than some of my instructors. They didn't appreciate that.
Stay on course.
Alright, is that the new powder Flynn was talking about? I'll take it for safekeeping.
Farewell, friend.
It's hard to believe the Lord Admiral would willingly hand you and her daughter over to Lady Ashtrain. She must have had her reasons, right? Don't know, we're going to find out. And I think a proper introduction is in order. My name is Talia, member of the Proudmore Guard and squire of Sir Cyrus Crestfall. Talia salutes firmly. Cyrus asked me and Flynn to break you out of that Ashtrain prison and get you settled in here at the market, but he neglected to mention that you're with the Alliance. I must say, it's an honor. Let's get you up to speed. Alright, so she's just going to take us around and show us the different places. We also have a talent point to spend, which we are going to spend that on Divine Steed for right now. This just allows you to get a mount while you're in combat for a few seconds. It lasts for 4 seconds, increases your movement speed by 100%, and you can use it even if you're indoors, which is why it's so handy.
This ferry connects to stations all along the Sound's interior coast.
Alright, so these are the ferries.
You'll need a ferry pass from the harbor master.
In battle for Azeroth, you will end up using ferries a little bit, but not often. You're going to mainly be able to fly for the most part. But the ferries sometimes will be handy. So we're going to come up here to the next place, which is the bank. The Tradewinds Counting House. We're going to go into here.
The counting house
We're
is
going
under
to
heavy
talk
guard
to the
day
banker
and
right
night.
here.
Feel free to store your valuables here.
So this is the bank. You can put anything that you don't want to have in your bags in here. I mainly use mine for crafting ingredients and stuff. Which right now I don't have stuff, but we are going to put those in there just to be safe. Eventually maybe I'll grab a crafting bag, but you can buy bag spots in here once you have enough money for it. The first one is 10 silver. We'll go ahead and purchase that because why not? We don't have a bag to put in there, but it's, you know, whatever. You also have a reagent bank, which costs 100 gold, which we'll get to pretty soon. Once we get it, we'll buy that and then maybe get a reagent bag, and then we can put our reagents in there. Quick cleanup here. We also need to put, let's see, I want to equip those because that is better. All right, so next up we need to go to Snug Harbor Inn. It's going to be up these stairs to the left. And go right on in here.
The market hosts travelers from all over Azeroth. There are many taverns, but this one's my favorite. I spend a lot of time in here, pestering travelers to tell me their stories.
Alright, so we are going to go ahead and make this inn our home just so that we will come back to here if we need to. Because we are going to be staying in BFA for a while, quite a while. Alright, so we need to go visit the Flight Master next. Flight Master's right here. When you see this green exclamation point, that is the Flight Master.
Believe me, I know the feeling. We'll fly soon, all right?
So with flight points, anytime you click on this, if you know any other flight points, you can use these to fly quickly there. They're very handy until you get flying, and then you don't really need them anymore once you have flying. Especially once you have dragon riding. Alright, ready to meet the Harbor Master himself? Let's do it. These days, Cyrus is the Harbor Master, but he used to be one of Dalen Proudmoore's most trusted knights. I lost my mother when the Scourge hit Lordaeron. My father sent me here to be raised away from the war. I don't know much about him. I just know that he was a Stormwind knight who gave his life fighting the Lich King. Dalen handpicked Cyrus to raise me and forced him to take a desk job. It's the only reason he wasn't at Theramore. He's probably checking in that other Alliance ship. Let's go.
For Colty will feel at home here in no time. Now, let's check in with Cyrus.
Alright, I think actually we go up this way. Wait, do we? I don't even remember, honestly. I think we'll go this way. So we'll come down these steps here. Take a right. Come up here. Get a little cutscene.
Stand down! Don't you know who that is?
But sir, Lady Ashvane ordered...
Lady Ashvane. Do you serve Lady Ashvane? Is that Lady Ashvane's crest upon your shield?
No, sir.
No. You serve Colteris. You wear the crest of Proudmoore. And you take your orders from me. Now stand down and let them pass. We shall parley in my office.
We're going to parley.
Let them through.
King
So
Greymane, it is an honor. You are free to remain in the harbor on my authority.
Yeah, so we'll join with them all here.
Prepare a full briefing for our guests.
Aye, sir.
Well met.
You must be the Alliance emissary. I'm glad Flynn and Talia were able to get you out of that prison. I am Sir Cyrus Crestfall. On behalf of the Proudmoore Admiralty, I welcome you to Colteris. Cyrus extends his massive hand warmly. Colterans are giant people.
For Colteris.
Some of them are.
Catherine Proudmoore turned us away and had her own daughter cast out as a traitor. Why would you help us?
Humor an old knight for a moment, would you?
This part we're just supposed to listen to his story.
I was in a battle many years ago. It was the Second War. Tough to keep them all straight. An Orcish juggernaut struck our transport. Splinters from the gunwale ripped across the deck and tore into a friend of mine. Should have been his ticket home, but he was a stubborn one. Refused to leave before the war was won. So he patched himself up and told the healers he was fine. A few days later, he woke up screaming and drenched in sweat. Infection had eaten away at his insides. My friend never saw another sunrise. By the time he asked for help, it was too late. Kultira still bears the scars of the Third War. No one feels this more deeply than Catherine Proudmoore. But she is misguided. Her advisors have kept her blind to the infection that is spread throughout our kingdom. The land I love is falling apart, so I'm asking for your help. Kulteris needs the Alliance just as badly as you need us.
I see. Then we shall prove to Catherine Proudmoore the same truth that I learned at great cost. In unity, there is strength.
Alright, so let's go ahead and talk to Talia.
Finally, some action.
There's an old saying here in Kultirans. When something goes wrong, old sailors will shrug it off and proclaim, "You cannot change the winds." I hate that saying.
We can do this.
I've never seen Cyrus fired up like this. Sounds like we have work to do.
Serve with honor. Come back with stories.
Alright, Sanctum of the Sages. Sounds like you'll be working with us for a while. Cyrus will charter a naval transport between here and Stormwind, but I expect you'll want to use something a bit faster for day-to-day use. Head back upstairs and take a left when you get outside. You'll find an old study where the Tide Sages used to conduct their magic rituals. Surely your Alliance mages have already sensed its power. Inform them they may open their portals there. The harbor guards will keep the room secure. Alright, so this is where we're going to get our portals. And let's also talk to Cyrus real quick.
Still ache for battle.
Cyrus takes an official-looking document from his jacket, signs it, and then offers it to you. Here, this will give you access to the ferry system.
For the Lord Admiral.
There are ferry stations all along the interior coastline of the Sound. Don't forget about them during your travels.
Remain vigilant.
Alright, so we have our ferry pass, and now we need to go and get portals opened up so that we can go back to Stormwind or wherever we want to if we need to. However, just as a note, we're going to have several portals in here. Only the Stormwind portal and the Syphilis portal will take us back to here.
Hello. Have a good one.
So we talk to them, and they're going to open up portals. So for right now, we have 3 portals. We have Ironforge, which is the Dwarven area, Exodar, which is the Draenei area, and then we have Stormwind, which, if you take these 2 portals, you will not be able to get back to here. If you take this, you'll have to. You can, but you'll take a long ways. If you take the Stormwind portal, there should be a portal to come right back here. There eventually will be a Syphilis, whatever it's called, portal right over here that will also have a portal come back to this room. So let's go turn that in.
Sir, the situation report is ready.
Excellent. Hero, Talia will get you up to speed.
How can I help? We can do this.
All set. Good timing. I have your briefing ready. Alright, so we'll turn that in. A nation divided. Kultiris must be unified before it can be of any help to the Alliance. Let's get you briefed on the current situation in each of our major territories. Then you can take a look at the map behind me and make the call on where you want to go first. We're going to inspect the scouting map in the Harbor Master's office.
Kultiris is made up of several major houses. They were unified under Balin Proudmoore's leadership, but that gradually changed after his defeat at Theramore. Lord Admiral Catherine Proudmoore now rules in his place, commanding both the military and the guard. Despite our efforts to maintain order, Kultiris has seen an increase in crime, corruption, and piracy. People are losing faith in the Proudmoore Admiralty. To the west lies Justvar, a mountainous region providing most of the kingdom's ore, and some of our toughest warriors.
So this is just a breakdown of the 3 different zones that we can choose to go to here.
House Waycrest has been a loyal supporter of Proudmoore's rule for centuries, but their recent absence from council meetings has given rise to troubling rumors. In Stormsong Valley, to the north, The Tide Sages of House Stormsong craft and bless the ships of our legendary fleet. But nobody's heard from the fleet in months. The Tide Sages have withdrawn into their cloisters and seem uninterested in finding our missing ships. We must unite the houses beneath the Proudmoore banner and locate the missing fleet. Otherwise, Kultiras could fall apart before this war even begins.
Alright, so now we are supposed to go to the scouting map. And we are going to pick our zone, which is going to start us off with Tiersgard Sound, I believe it looks like. Actually, we should be able to talk to her real quick. And turn this in. We'll support you however we can. So we can turn this in. We've got an achievement, Come Sail Away. We've completed the introduction to Kultiras. And now we will pick where we're going to go, which we're going to just pick Tiergard Sound to start with. Looks like this is the only option it's going to give us. So we must convince Catherine Proudmoore to pledge Kultiras to the Alliance. Flynn believes the Ashvane Trading Company new gunpowder is our best lead. So we accept this.
What's the situation?
Turn this in. Maybe with your help we can restore the people's faith in Proudmoore leadership.
All right, Flynn, what's this big lead of yours? Something about Ashvane having a new gunpowder?
How is that a lead? They're making new weapons all the time.
Not like this, they aren't. Emissary, mind giving our skeptical colleagues here a demonstration? Blood or gold?
The Ashvane Company doesn't know it yet, but throwing you into Tol Dagor was the biggest mistake they've ever made. That new powder we swiped could be the key to bringing them down. First, how about we give everyone a little demonstration of just how powerful this stuff is? Flynn loads a pinch of the glittering powder into his pistol. Go ahead, take a shot at that barrel over there. Alright, so we're going to fire his pistol at the barrel. Just click the little action button down there.
What was that?
Ashvane's dirty secret.
Adds a kick, don't it?
And that was just a pinch. Imagine how much damage they could do with more of this stuff.
What do you need?
So Ashvane's goons are walking around with a new powder that can blow a galleon clean in half, and the military has no idea? We need to find out how much of this powder they have and where it's going. An old buddy of mine works the ferry down by the Ashvane Foundry. He may know something about this. You can take the ferry from Tradewind's Market to East Point Station. Once you get there, look for a man named Cagney. Tell him I sent you. He owes me a favor.
Never, Flynn, I have another job for you. Help our new ally track down the source of this powder.
You got it.
Talia, prepare to make your rounds again. Tell the city guard to be on the lookout for unusual weapons being smuggled into Boralus.
Aye, sir.
All right. So that concludes. We're going to run over here to the ferry. But that pretty much concludes the introductory here to BFA, which is Battle for Azeroth. We did our Stormwind introduction. We're going to run up the harbor over here. So we'll run over to the ferry, and then we are going to call it for now. We're not going to worry about the side quests. I'll take a look at those here in a minute and see if that's something we want to do. But we are going to get ready to start Tiersgard Sound. That is the next zone. But we are going to call it for here. And in part 3, we will begin our journey in Tiersgard Sound. So hope you enjoyed. Again, feel free to like and subscribe to continue watching the series. Check out our podcast, Control Alt Delete. And, you know, enjoy your time in World of Warcraft. Good luck, and any comments, any questions, feel free to ask, and I will answer whatever I can. So thank you, and everyone have a great day.